My name is Tabine. I'm from the Philadelphia Energy Authority, and I manage our Solarize Philly program. We're joined here today by representatives from all four of our installer partners. We've got Exact Solar, Solar Standard, Posigen, and Superior Solar Design. I'll give a little presentation, kind of explain some background about Solarize, how to go solar, all that fun stuff, and then I'll turn it over to our installer partners to speak a little bit about their companies, and then we'll open it up for questions. And if you have questions you want to type out in the chat, feel free to do so as well. But yeah, so as I mentioned, I manage the Solarize Philly program, which is the city's initiative to help Philadelphians go solar at their homes and businesses and to make doing so affordable and accessible for everyone. In a nutshell, Solarize Philly is a group buying program where we work with installer companies in the city to get solar on your roof. And our goal with that is we identify, we do an RFP process to select installer partners, we vet them, kind of make sure they're good companies, and then get them connected to you guys, and they kind of just take over, do the actual design, proposals, all that fun stuff. And we just kind of hang out. We're here as a resource if you ever need us. But we'll get into more details on the process, but first, some background about the Philadelphia Energy Authority. We're an organization based in action, and our mission is to use energy as a tool for impact. We work in the community to use energy as a driver for economic development, creating jobs, alleviating poverty, and improving public health. And I'm excited to share that Solarize Philly is the largest solarized initiative in the US. And this slide just shows some numbers summarizing the impact that we've created. We've had over 2,700 contracts signed through 2023, and about 45% of those are considered low and moderate income. Those contracts amount to about almost 15 megawatts of solar capacity just across, made up of small residential solar rooftop projects. And they also amount to about $50 million invested in the city's clean energy economy. We've had over 50,000 households sign up, and we estimate that this impact's created over 300 direct jobs. And as I mentioned, these are our four installer partners. Some very newly breaking news. We just wanted to share it. We are also planning to expand the Solarize Philly program. The EPA recently, there's a whole grant application. They just announced today that over $9 billion of funding was, allocated for Solar for All. It's the EPA's big solar expansion, to help make solar affordable and accessible for everyone. Our Green Bank affiliate, the Philadelphia Green Capital Corp, applied with the Pennsylvania Energy Development Authority. Oh, it's right there, of course. And they were awarded $156 million. We're still finalizing the amount that we'll get to see in the Philadelphia and surrounding counties area, but we're estimating tens of millions of dollars to expand out the program. So a lot to be seen and had there, but just an exciting announcement that came out just this morning. But yeah, a little bit of a back to normal operations. Our solar program, the way that we've tried to make solar affordable, we have a solar lease now that's kind of open. These are kind of our newer things we've done. The solar lease is accessible for households of all income levels. And then we also have a commercial solarized program. We'll get into more detail on those as well. This slide kind of shows the solar installs. Our program started in 2017, and this kind of shows how the program's grown over time. One thing we found was that in the first 4 years of the program, most interest was just kind of in higher income zip codes, and we wanted to make sure that it wasn't just high income folks going solar. We wanted to make sure it was really for everyone. So in 2021, we kind of expanded the program, and we did bring Posigen in as a lease provider for with no credit or income requirements. So that's really helped increase outreach in those not as wealthy zip codes. This slide kind of shows how solar works. It's just kind of a very simple diagram. The panels on your roof convert the sunlight into an electric current that flows into the inverter, converts it to the type of power your house is able to use. It flows into the breaker box, which goes into your house. So it's first used up by the energy, by the appliances in your house. Any excess is sent back out into the grid. So PECO has a button. They go in and they change out your meter, so it's bidirectional. So when you generate more than you use, it goes back in the grid. When you, on a cloudy day, you'll take it from the grid. Pico keeps track of that back and forth, and any excess will roll over month to month until Pico, pays you out at the end of May every year. That's how that works. The slide just kind of has our why go solar with us. Our contractors are all fully vetted. We did a request for proposals. We interviewed previous customers, kind of confirmed that they, are solid companies. They have competitive pricing. All of the equipment that they use is, required to meet Tier 1 and UL certifications. And then we also have a solar training program, and we also subsidize low-income Philadelphians to help go solar. Just some other reasons. But the main reason most people choose to go solar is the difference they can see on their electricity bills. So this is just a slide from a previous, I think she was the first year of our program, Meg, how her bills have changed over time. So this first graph kind of shows her net energy use. So you can see, despite temperatures, like she's negative, she's generating energy a lot in the summers. In the winter, she uses more energy. I think in her case, she actually had an electric heat pump, but you can see in the months she's generating excess energy, like where it's going under the line here, she's got a $0, bill. And then in the even though she's like still generating energy in the November and December, it's still 0 in November because she's eating through the credits that she stored up. And then in the winter, she does have a bill, and then back to when that peak time is, gone, it goes back down and her system is generating, again, more than it uses. So that's just kind of a way to why solar helps reduce your energy costs. And then this slide kind of just covers the different options to help you go solar. So even if our main, I guess, default option and what we started with was our ownership option, which is they're set up to be very affordable. Most people choose to finance the solar. And the way it's structured usually is that your monthly payment is less than what your electric bill would have been. So the amount of money leaving your bank account won't change. So that'll be, for the first 7 to 10 years when you're financing your system, the same amount of money that you would be going to Pico is now going to your financing agreement. Once that's paid off, you've got no electric bill and no Pico bill. And, panels they last 25 to 30 years. And they still last longer. They just, they're not as efficient. And if you choose to buy your system, there's also 30% federal investment tax credit. So you get 30% of that cost back on your tax return the next year. The White House estimates that's about $7,500 estimated for an average system. The other option is if you choose to lease the solar, we've got a $0 down, no credit score or income requirements, and it's a transparent and predictable monthly payment for a 25-year term. And that pricing is also designed to guarantee you savings. So if you won't generate enough to make it, you see savings, the PosiGen won't go forward with that project. They also include some energy efficiency improvements to help lower those utility costs. For those of you, most of this I've kind of been talking about has been for like single family residential homes or small multifamily homes. We do have some options for larger multifamily properties. For putting solar on those buildings, generally it's doable if the building's not taller than 5 stories. There are also different options they can look into. If your building is like master metered, you can gently spread out the savings across the building. You can also, if it's separately metered, we can, apply it to common areas. There's different options to explore. And the Philadelphia Energy Authority also runs the Philadelphia CPACE program, which is commercial property assessed clean energy efficiency financing. So it's just longer term financing for those kind of large commercial projects to improve efficiency. A question we get a lot is, what about my roof? And a lot of people think Philadelphia flat roofs aren't an option, which is not the case. All of our installers can work on, your typical Philly row home roof. We do like to see that the roof is in good condition and ideally less than 5 years old. All of our installers have a 10-year workmanship warranty, and that covers any damage that's done to the roof while they're installing. Generally, solar panels also shelter your roof from, UV light and associated wear. So roofs tend to last longer when they're not being, hit by the sun all day. Because the panels are taking the brunt of that. But if for whatever reason you do need to remove your panels, then installers can come and do that as well. I mentioned before that we have a workforce component. Our goal here is that we want to make sure we see it as like we're trying to help create demand for clean energy. We want to make sure we have the supply and workforce to meet that demand. So we link all of our programs with workforce development. So our goal is we have 3 programs. The main one started with Bright Solar Futures. It's an in-school, high school CTE program, career and technical education. So in 3 years, high school students graduate with the ability to be a solar installer right out of high school with a clean living wage job. We also have an opportunity youth version of the program. So that's 6-week training, intensive training for 18 to 30-year-olds. And then we also have a green retrofit immersive training program, which is one of our programs called Built to Last. It's the city's whole home repairs. It's just a program that complements that one where it's not just about solar installing, it's about trains them to be able to do green retrofits. And finally, we also run a program called Share the Sun, which is how we help subsidize further low-income solar in the city. It's just an option to, if you choose to do so, if you own your system, you generate something called Solar Renewable Energy Certificates, or SRECs. If you choose to donate them to PGCC, our Green Bank affiliate, manages and sells those to accelerate solar installations in low and moderate income households in the city. So that's a little bit about our program. If you are interested, we have a form on our website, solarizephilly.org, where there's some basic information. We ask for your name, address, some basic detail about your roof, what kind of system you're interested in, if you'd like to, own or lease. And then we'll get you connected to one of the 4 installers on this call. They'll kind of take over from there, design a proposal for your house. And if you decide to move forward, you'd sign a contract with them and they would take over. They'll submit all your permits, get everything approved with PECO, come in and install. Usually PECO timelines are a little bit rough right now, so I think we see anywhere from 4 to 6 months from contract signing to actually generating solar. But we're working on improving that. And yeah, and we're always around if you have any questions. So my contact information is here and I'll drop it in the chat as well. And I'll pause for any questions. If not, how about I see mic'd at the top of my screen. Do you want to talk about exactly? Maybe we can do Bob from Solar Standard, Drew from Superior, and then pause again, Julian.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm on here with my colleague David Hams. We're with Exact Solar. We are a locally owned and operated installer out of Newtown, PA, and we've been serving Southeast Pennsylvania and New Jersey since 2005. So we'll be coming up on our 20th anniversary next year. So we've been doing this longer than a lot of companies have even been in business. And I know the reason that I came to this company was really because of our reputation, and that's our golden goose, so to speak. We've won a lot of awards such as Best of Philly, Best of Bucks, things like that, Civic 50 Greater Philadelphia. But really it's our 5-star customer reviews that what drew me to the company. And this goes back not just across multiple platforms like Energy Sage, Solar Review, Google, Yelp, Facebook, you name it, but also going back in time. This is years and years. So we want to protect that reputation. And we think that we've earned it really by focusing on customer service. And that's really just trying to help educate people about solar. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm still amazed at how confused people can and intimidated I think people can be by solar. So we really try to focus on helping people understand the breadth and depth of what's involved and help them make the choice that's best for them. We understand that, we may be a good fit, but we may not. Solar may be a good fit, it may not. And we want to help people feel like they have a place where they can get that reliable source of information. And if they opt to go forward, We have a team behind us. It's really engineer based. We're not a sales company. We're an engineering company. We have an NABCP. It's a national North American certified energy provider, master electrician running our operations team. We have a team of in-house engineers, and we really try to focus on what the customer's looking for and develop a customized project that's going to meet their needs best. Whether they're focusing on pure value or top of the line equipment, whatever the case may be. And along with that, we've been building a side of our business called SOS, or Solar Orphan Service, because a lot of people have run into bad experiences over the year, and they find they're not getting their service from their installer or getting the support they need. And we have a bit of a growing bucket of people needing that support. So we want to really be a kind of a complete package for people looking to learn about solar, see if it's the right fit for them, and if they opt to go forward, feel confident they're getting high quality installation and superb customer service. And so that's really kind of our ethos in a nutshell. David, did I miss anything in particular there?
It's pretty accurate. I'd say we try to answer people's questions. We spend most of our time answering questions, it seems, in the process of helping people to go solar, and answering the frequently asked questions quite often. And hopefully we'll address those if anyone has some questions on those things. But yeah, we're agnostic as far as brands and equipment are concerned, so that we can engineer systems to match someone's objectives and customize projects constantly. Again, tailor them to get the best value and work with people. I think that our customers are the best lead source we have for more business. And I think you covered it, Mike. I think that's pretty accurate.
Thank you. Tabini, we just passing it off to our other partners, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Great, thank you.
Bob, do you want to take over?
Yeah, be more than happy to. Good evening, everybody. My name is Bob Winzinger. I'm with Solar Standard. I'm the Vice President of Marketing, and I run the operations side of the business as well. So probably a little bit different than Exact. We don't have the 20 years of experience as far as the company goes. We're a little bit newer in the game. We've been around a little more than a year at this point. I'll get into our history in a little bit here as well. Just to give you an idea where we cover the whole state of Pennsylvania. But we're located right here in Warminster, PA, which is not too far outside of Philadelphia. Our owner and CEO, Pat Carr, is kind of entrenched in this part of the market, right? So Solarize Philadelphia was very important to him. He was part of a company that was one of the original partners with Solarize going back a few years. So when Solar Standard came into existence, as one of his stated goals was to be able to become a partner again, because he really saw the value of Philadelphia as a market and Solarize and what they're doing, and really believes heavily in the whole process. So we were very excited to be chosen as one of the partners this year. So we're newer to the company's a little newer, but I think our background, we have the experience. So what does Solar Standard mean? Why us, right? I guess for us, I echo a lot what Exact says, and I'll be honest, all four companies on here are fantastic. So there isn't a bad choice, and I think the Solarize did a wonderful job as they selected these companies, because there's a lot of companies out there that, quite frankly, aren't, right? But everything I'm saying, I'm sure that the other people are going to speak and echo the same things about their organizations. There's no poor choice here. I think it's four good choices, or with a group of us, right? So why Solar Standard? What makes us different? Again, it's a client where our whole motto, our whole stated purpose is a straightforward client approach. I have a couple folks on the line with me. I'm not going to ask them to speak because they will be mortified if I do so, but I have Lizzie Sheets and Kate Ransom. They're part of my operations team. They're part of the reasons why, right? So what do we do? It really, for us, it doesn't really happen until after the deal is signed, right? That's when the work begins. And I think that's where we separate ourselves and these other companies separate themselves. We believe that this is a process that takes a little time. It takes a little bit of knowledge and hand-holding that most consumers aren't going to be aware of. We have project managers who manage these things. We micromanage everything that we do to a level that we don't feel like is common in the industry. We contact our customers weekly, if even if it's just to say, hey, there's nothing to talk to you about. We just want to let you know that things are moving along. We believe in constant communication, transparency, just making it an easy transaction. In a time where there's a lot of things that go on with inspections and all the different things that have to be done in a solar project, we want to make sure that our customers are always feeling like they're being in touch and understand what's happening next. I think that myself and Pat and the team, a lot of us came from other solar companies. And we saw a lot of ways of what we didn't want to do, what things were being done wrong, right? So what we did was say, okay, the whole point of the name is Solar Standard. We're trying to set a new standard in the solar industry. That's kind of the stated goal. And that's what we're about. It's a straightforward customer approach. Like I said, I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to be part of this evening. I'm excited to see the announcement today. That was I got the email, I think, I don't know, about an hour before the call. It was kind of like, all right, so it's a lot of great stuff happening. We believe in Philadelphia. There's a lot of companies that don't want to deal with Philadelphia because it's a little different. We embrace it. We do a lot of business in Philly, probably about 30% of all of our business. And you've got to think of that. When you take an entire state, we're doing probably 30% of our business out in Philadelphia. So we love being part of this program, and we're excited. We're excited to see what the year brings. So I'm not sure who you said next. I think it was. I know Jillian was last, so that who's next?
Me, that'd be me.
Us. Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, Robert. Hey, guys doing? I'm Drew. I'm with Superior Solar Design. I handle all our in-house sales. Sorry, our co-owner couldn't be present today. He's dealing with a little bit of vertigo, so it's not the best thing to be on a FaceTime right now or a Zoom call. But our company, we're woman and minority owned. We're a family-run business as well. My dad's been in solar since 2008, so he's been doing this for a very long time. Our company, we're founded in 2010 or 2014, I'm sorry. So we're celebrating our 10th year in business this year. We're 5-star Google rated. We're A+ Better Business Bureau. Unlike a lot of the bigger solar companies out there, we don't use any subcontractors. So all our guys are company and factory trained. We're local. I mean, on a good day without traffic, it can take, depending what part of the city, we can get to the city in like 20 minutes. We're located right in King of Prussia. If our customers ever have any issues, we could be there the same day or the next day. In coordination with Solarized Philly, we use all premium materials. We're very transparent. We're not going to sell a customer like a no-name brand panel and tell them it's a good thing. We're going to give them the facts about everything. So transparency is a very big thing for our company. We stay in contact for our customers after our job's done. And then, like I said, a good thing about our company too is we only have a single point of contact. So all our customers that have like my personal cell phone number, they can text me or email me. I tell people don't call me past like 10 o'clock at night. I probably won't answer. But other than that, our customers, I talk to them all the time, and they really enjoy having that single point of contact versus like talking to an operator in Ohio who they never met before. So that's another good thing about our company. And I'd like to say we're really proud to be part of Solarized Philly. We're the longest standing partner, and I think besides Posigen in Solarized Philly now, so we're really proud about that. And I'm going to ahead and pass it off to our friend Julian to wrap it up.
All right. Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it. My name is Julian Burnett. Well, North/West Philadelphia raised. I think that's how it goes. And a part of that is, I guess, is really being from North and West Philadelphia. I mean, I live here. I've been here all my life and going back and forth. And Solarized Philly and what the Philadelphia Energy Authority is, what they're doing is awesome. Because what happens is on some occasions, whereas in certain there's maybe great innovations, but certain individuals may not be able to participate in those innovations because of income levels or different or debt burdens and a lot of different things. And like with solar, if you want, so a lot of people want to go solar, but they're not able to. They don't have the stomach for the financing or different options, or quite honestly, it's that they have to pay the car note. the mortgage, pay for the tuition and everything else, and they just don't have the extra income. So I'm really proud that we have the $0 leasing option so that anyone who wants to go solar does have that option to go solar, save money, and then also help save the environment. And I love hearing my customers, like one customer, she gave me a call, and after a few months, the money that she saved on her electric bill, she was able to take her grandson down to the shore for the first time. Some people, they go to the shore every like 2, 3, 4 times a year. But this family here, they're able to get down there and go because they save money on their Pico bill, and they're able to go. She's able to afford it, and then also put a little extra money aside to enhance her retirement. So I was really happy about that. And then also with the solar part, solar is really fun, and everyone knows about it. But the other part I'm really excited about is the energy efficiency that comes along with the positive programming. People think of energy efficiency as maybe by putting plastic on windows and different things like that, but it's so much more. Or turning on the lights and making your home being uncomfortable in order to save money. But really what energy efficiency is making sure your home is comfortable and you're able to enjoy it and you're saving money. So that whole complete package. And then also the safety aspects of it, because during the energy efficiency upgrades, we do what's called a blower door test, and we suck all the air out the house. And one home had like 14,000 cubic square feet of air leaving out of the house every minute, going back and forth. Cold air, hot air, all your heating going out the window, all your cooling going out, all the pollutants coming in. And once we got done with the sealing everything up, we got that down to 4,000 cubic square feet of air. So the home is more comfortable. You're not feeling the breeze of the north blowing through your home during the winter time, or all that hot humidity coming into your home that way. Then also, if I can close out on this, is also good for your safety. Recently, in one of our homes, we were doing the energy efficiency testing, and we found a gas leak. So that could have been devastating for that family and the entire block if something would have happened that way. And then also we also find radon and different gases in the house. So really try to look at the entire package and really take care of a family and as they join the Posigen family. Now, once again, if you have the option and ability to purchase and you have and this is beneficial for you, it does work because you make your payments, and like to being said, the payments stop and then you're free and clear. But if you're not able to make that first outlay and make that first commitment to go solar and still want to, we do have options. Sorry, I get excited about solar energy efficiency, so please forgive me.
Well, that's great. That's what we want. We want people to be excited about solar, and we hope everyone here is excited about solar. But yeah, I think that really did sum it up. I mean, I think our variety of installer partners provide a lot of options, and we hope you'll reach out, get a quote, see what makes sense for you. And they're wonderful, and they'll take great care of you.